in child's pose. So come back to your mat, toe tips to touch, knees out wide. Crawl your fingertips forward. If the ground isn't accessible for your forehead, if you bring a block, a blanket, some kind of bolster, anything that's accessible to you, just sink in here. Close your eyes, tune into your breath. Just allow yourself to settle in. My mantra lately has been, it's okay to not be okay, and it's also okay to be okay. Right now, on any given day, I feel like there's a roller coaster of emotions, and any minute, hour, day, it's not linear. And I think what's keeping me going is seeing how other people are doing, checking in. There's a lot of funny memes that have been popping up that give me some laughs. My 14-month-old son also provides a lot of laughter when it's needed. But I saw something recently on social media that resonated with me that I wanted to read to you guys, and I think a lot of you also might be feeling this way. It says, "How are you doing?" "I'm fine." And then I'm terrible. And then I'm crying. And then I'm laughing. And then I'm screaming. And then I'm grateful. And then I'm totally over it. Then I'm determined. And then I'm terrified. And then I'm anxious. And then I'm happy. And then I'm exhausted. All in the same minute. So it's important to remember that we will not be on this roller coaster forever. And while we don't know when the ride is going to end, we need to be patient with ourselves and our brains as we continue to adjust, as well as being patient with our loved ones. We're spending a lot more time with family that we live with, and in close quarters, we can't really have a means to escape. And we also can't see a lot of family right now that we miss and would love to hug and see face to face. But the great thing is we can have these things like Zoom where we can connect, and some of you may be connecting more now than ever before, and there is some light here too. So just touch in with yourself, check in as you settle into this pose, and really feel all the things that you're feeling. This practice, because you'll be in touch with your body and breath to movement, it may bring up some things that you may be surprised that you were holding on to. So just allow yourself to fully connect. Slowly on the in-breath, crawl your fingers over to the right side of your mat in your child's pose. So you'll feel a side body stretch on the left-hand side, keeping both equal weight into both sits bones as you fully sink in. Inhale back to center, and exhale over to the left-hand side. Inhale back to center. Rise to tabletop, taking time to square your hips, keep your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your wrists. Take a few rounds of cat-cow just to open up the spine. Inhale for cow, drop your belly, take your gaze upward. Exhale for cat, slowly round your spine, take your gaze to your navel. Inhale for cow, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, cat, round your spine, take your gaze upward. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow on your own, adding in any organic movements. Perhaps you sway your hips from side to side. You can extend one leg back to get a calf stretch. And perhaps then the other, just to even yourself out. When you're ready, come to a neutral tabletop. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky, take your gaze upward. Exhale, bring it through for thread the needle. So you'll bring it through under, towards your left-hand side. You can either keep your your left hand near your chest, or if you're looking for more of a stretch, you can extend your hand towards the front of your mat. Square your hips. This is a really great shoulder opener. A lot of us are on our computers or our phones a lot, especially right now, hunched over. So this is just to open you up here. You might feel a lot of tension in your shoulder. Just breathe into it. We won't be here for very long. You extended your left arm towards the front of your mat. Bring that back towards your face. Press into your palm. Inhale. Bring your arm back up to the sky. Then we'll take some arm circles here. So bring your your right arm towards the front of your mat. And then towards the back, just in this big circle here. Bring some movement. And when you're ready, we'll go in the opposite direction. So you're extending your arm towards the back of the mat. Drop that down. Inhale, left arm lifts up, take your gaze up. Press firmly into your right palm to get a little bit more of a twist. And then exhale, bring it through, thread the needle on this side. Again, you can bring your right arm up to the top of your mat if you're looking for more of a stretch. We'll open up your shoulder here, square your hip towards your mat. Breathe in. Inhale, rise, bring your arm back up to the sky. We'll take a few arm circles on this side. So start rotating your shoulder towards the front of your mat. And then when you're ready, reverse your arm circles. Drop your palm down, tuck your toes, exhale, come back for a downward facing dog. This might be the first down dog that you've done in quite some time. So take some time here to walk your dog out by shifting weight in either heel. Press firmly into both palms and take your gaze up to your navel. So just take some time to settle in here. Down dog's also a great resting pose if you just need to decompress or take some time to reset. Slowly, when you're ready, walk your palms back to the back of your mat to meet your feet. And bring your feet about hips width apart. Inhale, halfway lift to reset your spine. Exhale, fold. You can grab onto opposite elbows. Just allow your head to really hang heavy here. You can bring a generous bend into your knees if your hamstrings are tight. Whatever you need, take that here. Your forward folds are just so great to reset the parasympathetic nervous system, especially if you're feeling a little anxious today. Ground down. Inhale, halfway lift to reset your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana, all the way up. Take your gaze up, your arms up. Allow yourself to give a mini back bend here by pressing your hips towards the front of your mat. Inhale, arms to heart center, close your eyes. Perhaps you set an intention for your practice today. If it's just my mantra of it's okay to not be okay, or if you have something else that you want to focus on, just bring your awareness here to your breath. Inhale, rise, arms up, take your gaze up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Crawl your palms back to a plank position. Take some time to really round into your plank here. So press firmly into both hands, dome your shoulder blades, take your gaze just a little bit in front of you. Then drop your right shin to the mat, plant your right palm in the middle of your mat, and rotate your arm open for modified side plank. We will have an opportunity to do full side plank in a little bit here, so take the modified version. If later on when we do side plank, if that's a little too intense for you, you can come down to this variation. If you want to, you can grab on to the inner part of your foot for a heart opener, just to allow yourself to add some more openness in the stretch. Exhale, release, come back down. Come back to plank just to reset. Shift your hips up and back for downward facing dog just to check alignment. Exhale, shift forward to a plank. Drop your left shin, plant your left palm in the middle of the mat, and rotate open for side plank on this side. So this is, again, a modified side plank. Your shin should be down on the mat. Take your gaze up to your right palm. You can, again, grab through the inner part of your foot if you're looking for more of an opener. Exhale, release back down. Plant your palms, tuck your feet, take your gaze up. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel there. If you want, you can jump, you can tiptoe, slowly walk, whatever feels good today. Inhale, halfway lift to reset your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana, take your gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, close your eyes. Inhale, rise, take your gaze up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, plant your palms. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. We'll take a modified chaturanga here, so you can drop your knees. Exhale, shift forward, keeping your elbows as close to your ribs as you can. Come all the way down to your belly. Inhale for baby cobra. Keep your palms next to your chest, plant your toes into the earth. And on the inhale, slowly lift yourself up. There should be little to no weight in your hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up your tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can take that modification at any time. If you want to ramp up your practice, you can take a full chaturanga to up dog to down dog. We'll run through our Sun A a few times just to build heat in the body. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana all the way up. Perhaps you're feeling open and would like to add in a little back bend here, that's your choice. Exhale, neutral, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, bring your arms and gaze up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, shift forward, come down, lift your feet. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana, take your gaze upward. Again, add in back bend or any movement up top that feels good. Exhale, all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a chaturanga flow here, which is chaturanga to up dog to down dog. Or if you need a little bit of a rest, you can meet us in downward facing dog. Your choice. Take a deep breath in and a full open mouth sigh out, let it go. If at any point you need a rest, you can come down to child's pose that we started in class. So take them as much as you need. This is your practice. When you're ready, you meet us back in downward facing dog. No rush. If you've taken child's pose, inhale, right leg lifts. Bring it up to the back of your mat. You can take an opportunity to square your hips by bringing your heel towards your glute, just to open up a little bit more here. Inhale, extend your leg back. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Take some time here to set up. You may want to test your balance and engage your core by lifting off of your right thigh and lifting your fingertips off of the earth. So this really challenges your core, fires up your belly, allows to bring some heat in here. Plant your palms, ground into your left palm, rotate open towards the right side of the room. Look at your right fingertips as you twist here. Exhale, release. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Shift your hips towards the front of the mat, sink into your front knee. Take your gaze upward. Allow yourself to open here. Exhale, release your hands down to the earth for a low lunge. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee. Inhale, warrior one. Swivel your back foot down to a 90-degree angle. Rise, bring your gaze upward. You may need to shimmy your right thigh a little bit wider to allow yourself to square your hips to the front of the mat. Sink in as you take your gaze upward. Allowing yourself to really lean into this warrior one. When you're ready, swim your arms behind your lower back. Interlace your fingertips. Puff up your chest. Take your gaze upward. Exhale, fold over for a humble warrior. Allowing your neck to fold forward. This is really good for opening up the shoulders. Again, a lot of us have been really closed off, hunched over. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Think. Exhale, swim your arms open, warrior two. Take a moment to set up here. Heel to arch alignment with your feet. Sink into your front knee. Take your gaze over your middle finger and continue to sink. Reach towards the front of your mat. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, extended side angle. Take your gaze up to your left fingertips. Your right elbow could be on your knee here just to open up a little bit more. Continue to twist open. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down for a low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. Take a moment again to set up here. Plant your left palm into the center of the mat. Exhale, rotate open for side plank. If you want to take that modification, you can bring your right shin down to the mat, like we did a little bit ago. Take your gaze up to your left fingertip. If you have other variation with your legs, you can take that note too. Exhale, rotate back to plank. Exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog, just to reset. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Dome your shoulder blades. Plant your left palm into the center of the mat. Inhale, rotate open, side plank with the right. Take your gaze upward to your fingertips. Again, take any variation you need if you want that modified, or if you're in side plank and want to do any kind of opener, you do that too. Inhale, rotate back to plank. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out, let it go. Again, another deep breath in. And another big breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Again, take some time to set up here. If you want to test your core and your balance, engage your core, lift your fingertips off of the mat. Plant your right palm into the earth. Inhale, easy twist open to the left-hand side. Take a gaze up at your left fingertips. Exhale, release. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Deep bend in your front leg. Take your gaze upward. Allow yourself to sink into your front thigh. Exhale, release your palms down. Untuck your toes, lift your back knee for a low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Swivel your back foot down to a 90-degree angle. Lift up. You may need, again, to shimmy your hips, your foot a little bit wider. Shift your hips to the front of the mat, sink your knee. Weight into your knee, your gaze should be upwards. Continue to sink here. Swim your arms behind your lower back. Whatever thumb feels comfortable for you, switch it here. Put the opposite thumb on top. Inhale, puff up your chest, take your gaze upward. Exhale, fold, humble warrior. Let your head hang heavy. You can test your balance by closing your eyes. To allow yourself to open here. This side will probably feel a lot different than your other side did. Just accept and allow and sink. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Sink into your front knee. Exhale, swim your arms open, warrior two. Taking time to check alignment here. Roll your shoulders down your back. Take your gaze over your middle finger as you continue to sink into your front knee. Inhale, reach to the front of the space. Exhale, extended side angle on this side. Take your gaze up to your right fingertip. Bring your arm to your shin, whatever is comfortable and accessible to you. Allow yourself to continue to rotate open as if the sun was shining and it can hit both of your collarbones. Inhale, reverse your warrior, keep the lunge in your front knee. Exhale, rotate your arms down for a low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. Again, taking some time to firm into your plank here. Shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Roll back out to plank. We'll just shift forward and back on your tip toes, just to get into this plank a little bit more, to ease the fact that we're holding plank for this long. And if you need a break, come back to down dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog, let it go. If you need, you can drop down to child's pose, take a drink, towel off. Whatever you need, your practice is here for you. Take a few breaths, we'll meet back in downward facing dog when you're ready. And if you're ready to join, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Inhale for crescent. Keep your weight on your tiptoes and your back foot. Sink into your front knee, take your gaze upward. Allow yourself to open here. Inhale, open arm twist to the right side of your mat. Your gaze should go towards your right fingertips at the back of your mat, keeping your hips square to the front, allowing yourself to open up here. These open arm twists are great. They're also really challenging for balance. So if you need to come down to your back knee, please take that. Inhale, exalted warrior. Take your gaze up to your left fingertips as you reach your right fingertips down your left thigh. Continue to sink into your front knee. Again, feeling this openness, this stretching, your whole side body. Inhale, swing your arms open for warrior two. Been here before. Sink into your front knee, take your gaze over your middle finger. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Reach, 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 hinge towards the front of your mat as much as you can. Exhale, open up, 6 and 12. Take your gaze up to your left fingertips and continue to rotate your chest open. If you have an advanced practice and would like to take half moon, please do that here. For those who don't know what half moon is, you can take a look at me. Just lean into your right foot. Take your fingertips to the earth. You can rotate your left palm up to the sky. You can either look to the ground to have some stability or look up towards your left fingertips for a little bit of a challenge. If you're in triangle, you can stay there. No need to do this crazy pose if you aren't ready for it yet. Exhale, release to warrior 2. Meet us back down there, let that go. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, rotate your arms down for a low lunge. Inhale, step your back foot up to meet your right foot at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to chair pose. Sink back into your heels, take your gaze upward. Allow yourself to feel heavy as if you were sitting down into a chair. Take your gaze upward. Inhale, bring your right knee up for one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, hinge forward for warrior 3. Some of you may need to grab onto the floor, blocks. You may have a different variation where you can swing your arms back. The full posture is arms forward towards the front of the mat. Whatever is accessible to you right now. This is a challenging pose for balance, so take what you need here. Exhale, forward fold, standing splits. So your torso should be as close to your standing leg as you can. The more you engage your core, the more you'll be able to lift your back leg. Let your head hang heavy by taking a gaze at your navel. Some of you are working on handstands. You can place weight into your hands, do some kick-ups here. If you have handstand in your practice, you can take that now. Exhale, drop your back foot down for pyramid pose. You may need to shorten your stance. Your back foot should be at a 90-degree angle. Shift your hips towards the front of the mat. So your left hip should hinge back, your left hip forward, or your right hip forward, excuse me. Inhale, halfway lift to reset your spine. Exhale, fold. Take your gaze to your navel. You probably, unless you're really open, have a lot of tension in the back of your left foot or left thigh. So just lean in here. Again, allowing your head to hang heavy. We won't be here forever. Inhale, crawl yourself towards the right side of your mat for Prasarita. I'm turning around so you guys can see me. Heels will be out, toes in. Take a half lift to reset your spine. Exhale, fold over. You can take any variation that feels good to you here. If it's just hanging out with your head, hanging heavy, you can bring your arms behind your back. You can place a palm in the center of the mat, take a twist to one side, and then the other. If headstands are in your practice, you can take that here. Whatever you need is here for you. A few rounds of breath. Inhale, halfway lift when you're ready. Crawl yourself back to the front of your mat. Plant your palms, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Take a flow here, or meet us in downward facing dog, your choice. I am likely going to skip as many chaturangas as I can so I can preserve my breath and also my arms throughout this whole thing. So if you're like me, you skip them all. Just come right back to down dog. No shame in that. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Inhale, rise to crescent on this side. Sink into your left knee as you take your gaze upward. Again, you'll be on your tiptoes in the back foot. Allow your chest to open. Inhale, swim your arms open towards the left side of your mat. For a twist, take your gaze back to the back of your mat, allowing your torso to fully twist open. Inhale, raise your right hand to the sky as you reach down your right thigh with your left hand. Sink into your foot, allow yourself to twist here. Exhale, swim your arms open for warrior two on this side. Again, take a moment to set up properly here. Take a gaze over your middle finger. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Hinge forward, reach to the front of your mat. Exhale, tic-tac through your arms to 6 and 12 for triangle on this side. The goal isn't, how far you can get to the ground. You may need to hold on to your thigh or your shin. It's how much you can rotate in the upper body to allow the rotation here. You want to take your half moon and you took it on the other side. Launch off your back foot. Take your palm in front of your left foot. Take your gaze up to your left hand or your right hand if you're wanting to test your balance. A few moments to play here. Exhale, release, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, rotate your arms down for a low lunge. Inhale, step your back foot up to meet your left foot at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull. Inhale for chair, sink down. We've been here before. Doesn't make it any easier, but we're here and we can breathe through it. So inhale, exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana on the left, bring your left knee up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center, hinge forward, warrior three on this side. Again, you can play with any kind of arm variation that feels good. If you just need to touch the earth for some grounding, you can certainly do that too. Again, this is your time on your mat, so take what you need. Exhale, pull over your front leg for standing splits on the side. Again, this side is likely to feel a lot different. You might be able to lift your back leg a little bit higher by engaging your core. The important thing is just to allow your head to hang heavy here and accept wherever you're at. Exhale, release for pyramid on this side. Bringing that 90-degree angle to the back foot. Shift your hips forward. You may want to halfway lift to reset your spine. Exhale, fold forward for pyramid. And again, your entire right back of your right leg probably screaming at you right now. Just breathe into it. You won't be here for very long. Can you shift your right hip back, your left hip forward just a little bit more? And can you allow your head to hang just a little bit heavier? Inhale, crawl your fingertips over to the left side of your mat. And again, we'll take press right on this side, heels out, toes in. You may want to play with a different variation. Perhaps you're craving some movement. You just want to bend into one side and then the other, or maybe you just want some stillness. Been working hard, so take the rest if you need and get the benefits out of the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Crawl your fingertips over to the front of your mat. Plant your palms. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, take a flow here. If you want, just meet us back in down dog. Again, it's your practice. You take what you need. When you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Bend your rapport. Allow more opening in the front side of your body for a deeper back bend here. Just taking your gaze upward. Sinking more into your front knee. Exhale, come back to a low lunge. Tuck your toes, lift your back foot. Step your foot forward for a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Stasana all the way up. Take your gaze upward. Inhale, open arm twist to the right. Keep your hips forward, facing as if two headlights were on your hips. You should be facing the front of your mat as you take your gaze to your right fingertip. And by keeping your hips forward. Inhale, rise, take your gaze up. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Take your gaze back to your left fingertips. Again, being mindful of your hips squaring to the front of the room. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, sink for chair. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Inhale, rise for chair. Keep your gaze up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Sink a little bit lower. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink for chair. On this inhale, plant into your left foot. Rise with your right knee. Exhale, figure four on this side. So your right ankle will be resting on your left knee as you sink in. Some of you have arm balances in your practice. You can take those here. If you want to test your balance, you can come to a forward fold with the figure four shape. If just hanging out in figure four here is enough for you, just breathe into it. Some of you also may want to take a twist by rotating your torso over towards the left side, hooking your elbow on your foot. There's a lot of crazy stuff you can do here, so whatever feels good, take that. Inhale, rise, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms. Step your left foot back to the back of your mat. Drop your back knee, tuck your toes. Shimmy your right foot off of your mat for a lizard. So some of you know this is runner's lunge. You may want to push gently into your right knee just to push it away. If you're wanting to get deeper, you can come down to your forearms just for an open hip stretch here. Probably doesn't feel that great to a lot of you, so back off a little bit if you have any pain in your knee. We won't be here for very long. You come down to your forearms, come back up, shimmy your foot back to the square of your mat, tuck your toes, plant your palms, step back to plank, take a flow if you'd like, otherwise meet us in downward facing dog. Chaturanga, inhale, up dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Let go of that side, it is done. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for a low lunge. Inhale, rise for crescent lunge. Sink into your front knee. Very good. I missed my spot here. So come back to down dog. We're gonna start over. Sorry about that. Inhale, left leg lifts again. Exhale, bring it through, low lunge. Drop your back knee, untuck your toe or tuck your toes. Inhale, Anjaneyasana on this side. Here we go. This is your breath. Sink down into your knee, take your gaze up, back bend. See, there's no wrong way to do yoga. I mess up all the time. So if you've fallen out in your practice, it's quite okay. Exhale, swing your arms down. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee. Inhale, bring your back foot to meet your left foot at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. This time, grab onto your left wrist and exhale over to the right-hand side for Banana Asana. Taking your gaze up to the sky, feeling the side body stretch all on the left-hand side. Inhale to center. Perhaps you want to take a little back bend here. Open your chest. Inhale to center. Grab onto your right wrist with your left fingertips. Exhale, hinge over to the other side. Again, feeling that side body stretch. Take your gaze up to the sky. Inhale back to center. Exhale, sink to chair. Sit here, sink into your heels. Exhale for power chair to sink a little bit lower. Inhale for chair, raise up a little bit. Exhale, power chair, sink down. Inhale for chair. Exhale, power chair, one last time. Inhale, rise, one-legged Tadasana on the other side. Exhale, figure four on this side. So your left ankle will drape over your right knee and sink here. Again, if you have another variation that you'd like to take, perhaps twisting, taking an arm balance, whatever feels good to you, or if this feels good, you can just hang out here with me. Inhale, rise, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your right foot back to the back of your mat. Heel toe your left foot out, drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Lizard on this side. So again, shifting weight, you may want to gently nudge your knee away. Take your gaze up over your left shoulder to the sky. Just allowing yourself to get into this here. You could come down to forearms if you're looking for more of a stretch. Totally up to you and how open you feel right now. When you're ready, plant your palms, untuck your toes, lift your back knee, shimmy your foot back to the center of your mat. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Take a flow here. Last flow of class. So if you'd like to take one now. If not, we'll meet you back in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through for half pigeon on the right. Right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. Taking some time to get into this here. And if this is too much for you, you can take supine pigeon on your back. Take a moment to peek over your left shoulder to check your alignment. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Let it go. Poses like pigeon are so difficult because we tend to hold on to a lot in our hips and a lot of emotions that we may be ignoring right now may be coming up for us. And so instead of fighting them, just accept where you're at and what you can do. Each side is going to feel differently. Your right side might be your bad side, and you might be feeling a lot of tension. And instead of being all mad that you're stuck in pigeon right now, just send some breath there. Bring awareness to your breath. Are you breathing at all, or are you holding your breath right now? So sending breath there, releasing any tension that's in your face. Are you furrowing your eyebrows? Are you clenching your jaw? Where can you release just a little bit more? Two more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly bring yourself back to a tabletop position. Perhaps you extend your right foot back to the back of your mat to bring some blood flow. Maybe some hip circles will feel good. Whatever you need to get some movement back into your space, take that now. And when you're ready, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through half pigeon on the left. Again, taking time to set up here. If you're on your back, we'll just switch this out to the other side. Take a peek over your shoulder. Inhale, puff up your chest, take your gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, put your pigeon to sleep on this side. Again, are you holding on to any tension or thoughts here, or are you being fully present? Can you imagine that you're sending your breath to any places that feel tense right now? So if you're experiencing a lot of tightness in your hip flexor, send your breath there and ease into it and accept the fact that it's a little uncomfortable, but that we won't be here for very long and that you will get through this. Two more rounds of breath here. When you're ready, slowly come up to a tabletop position. Again, taking any movement that you need, perhaps extending your left foot to the back of the mat or taking some hip circles here, whatever feels good to you. Take that now. Exhale, child's pose. Knees out wide, toe tips to touch. Just come back to where we started practice. Bring your forehead to the mat if that's accessible to you. Close your eyes. Hopefully you feel a little bit lighter than you did in the child's pose we took in the beginning. Perhaps you've allowed yourself to just be here, to be present, to show up for yourself. I know a lot of us have not felt like doing much lately, and that's totally okay. And the cool thing is that you did show up for yourself, and that's so wonderful. So just take a moment of gratitude for your ability to power through, to be here on your mat, and to spend this hour with me, with each other, and with yourself. When you're ready, push yourself back up to a tabletop. Come to an easy seated position on your mat. Extend your feet in front of you, perhaps moving any excess flesh from your seat. Wiggle into your sit bones. Inhale, raise your arms up as you take your gaze upward. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Your feet may not be accessible. You can grab onto your shins, your calves, anything that feels good to you here. If it feels too much, just ease off of it. But allow your head to hang heavy to get the benefits of this fold. Inhale, rise, bend your knees, take your fingertips towards the front of your mat, slowly roll down to your spine. Come all the way down. We'll take 2 rounds of bridge. If wheels in your practice, you can take that here. I'm going to demo bridge for you. So you'll wiggle your fingers to touch your heels. Release all of your air. Inhale, rise. Shift your hips up towards the sky. You can shimmy your shoulder blades underneath your lower back. Perhaps clasp your hands together behind your lower back. Root into your heels as you continue to push upward with your hips, keeping your gaze in a neutral position towards the sky. Exhale, slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. You may want to take your knees in towards your chest and gently rock side to side just to loosen up your lower back. Any movement here that feels good. Plant your heels. We'll take one more round of bridge. If you would like to do a wheel, you can do that now. Inhale, rise, bridge pose. Lift your hips upward. Take your gaze up to the sky. Exhale, slowly lower your hips down. Bring your knees into your chest. Sway from side to side. Tee out your arms. Exhale, supine twist to the right. Take your knees to the right, your gaze to the left. If you are feeling a little tension in your lower back, you can place a block or a book in between your legs. If your right knee does not touch the earth, you can bring a prop underneath you to bring the earth closer to you. Both of your shoulder blades should be kissing the earth as you continue to look at your left palm. Inhale your knees to center. Exhale, supine twist to the left. Take your knees to the left, your gaze to the right. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet to touch, knees out wide. Take one hand to your heart, the other to your belly. Softly close your eyes. Again, just checking in with yourself. How are you doing right now? And that answer might be many different things, and that's okay. Inhale, close your knees back like a book. Bring your knees to your chest. Exhale, happy baby pose. Grab for the outer edges of your feet. Your knees should come as close to your armpits as you can. You can sway from side to side or just be still here. Your body is craving for anything else in your practice that I haven't called out today. Feel free to do that before we move to our final resting pose. But if you're ready for a few moments of rest, inhale, bring your knees into heart center. Bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Exhale, release Shavasana. If you've got a wall, you can do legs up the wall just to get the benefits of that, to bring the blood flow from your feet back to your body. If you want to, just extend out in a comfy shape on your mat, whatever feels good to you here. Just ease into it, soften any tension that you are holding on to in your face. Allow your shoulders to shimmy down your back and just rest. Shavasana is here for you as long as you need. You're in your own space. If you have time to rest and would like to rest more, please stay in Shavasana as long as you need and tune out the sound of my voice. But if you're ready to move on with the rest of your Saturday, start to bring your awareness and attention back to your body. Move your fingertips and your toes. Perhaps you circle out your wrists and your ankles. On your inhale, reach your arms above your head and point your toes to the front of your mat for a great big morning stretch. Exhale, roll to either side for fetal pose, creating a pillow with your forearm just to touch down before we move on with our day. Slowly come to a seated position on your mat. Bring your hands to heart center and softly close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a big open mouth sigh out. Let it go. Breathe in something good that you still need. Breathe out something that you don't. Thank you guys again so much for spending this hour with me and each other. So grateful to connect with you all and spend some time with you during this crazy time. So thanks again. If anyone has any questions, requests for next week, I am going to continue these until we're out of this mess. So if you have any special requests for anything, if anything's been bothering you and you want to work on anything, I can weave that into class. So thanks guys so much.